Welcome to Sugosha Defence News. The highlights. Indian Air Force has issued an RFI for software-defined radio. Ex-Defence Secretary Ajay Kumar joins venture capital play with early stage fund. Government reviews FDI caps may help defence and insurance sectors. DRDO and L&T begin advanced stage trials of indigenous light tank Zorawar. Indian Air Force taps domestic expertise for major IL-76 repairs, explores fleet life extension. Taneja Aerospace and Aviation bags a new order worth 14.47 crores from Bharat Electronics. The global highlights. MBDA receives contract from Germany to supply Brimstone 3 missiles, enhancing Eurofighter jet capabilities. KONGSBERG signs landmark contract with Norway for supersonic strike missile development. Indian Air Force has issued an RFI for software-defined radio, which is intended to be used for secure voice and data communication to acquire net-centric capability. To realize this capability, there is a requirement to network all airborne platforms, ground sensors, and command and control centers through an operational data link using state-of-the-art high-bandwidth, secure, and jam-resistant SDR. Indian Air Force is currently in the process of deploying already procured equipment. The due date for this is 6th September 24. Mr. Ajay Kumar, a former bureaucrat who retired as India's Defence Secretary in 2022, has entered the venture capital industry by setting up a new firm, Mounttech Growth Fund, focusing on early stage startups in the burgeoning defense, aerospace, and deep tech sectors. The 250 crore rupees fund, which has secured approval from the SEBI, has received subscriptions worth rupees 280 crores and is set to invoke the green shoe option for another 250 crores. The first scheme of this fund is called Kavach. The fund is primarily sponsored by Suryakant Dalmia, board member of Dalmia Securities, and includes multiple other net worth individuals and domestic family offices as limited partners or sponsors. While Mr. Kumar is the chairman of the fund, former senior telecom industry executive Ravi Sethia is the CEO. The fund has also onboarded top retired armed forces officers as advisors, in addition to eminent industrialists and business professionals. These include former Indian Air Force Chief RKS Bhaduria and former Indian Navy Vice Chief SN Gormade. The government is looking to review foreign direct investment caps for sectors such as defense, insurance, and plantations and look at the processes that can be eased to streamline the regime. FDI up to 74% allowed under the automatic route, but there are strings attached, including industrial licensing for certain sectors and for small arms production, and there are riders within that which may be reviewed. National FDI policy is not exactly aligned with the defense acquisition procedures since the highest category of procurement by IDDM demands not more than 49% foreign investment. Even if the FDI policy is made attractive, it does not necessarily mean an intense interest in foreign investment. Larger issues such as domestic business potential also need to be addressed. In its present form, it seems adequate. DRDO and L&T are at advanced stage of trials of the indigenous light tank Zorawar. DRDO Chief Dr. Samir Kamath reviewed the progress made in the project at the Larsen and Toubro plant at Hazira in Gujarat. DRDO and L&T have integrated USVs in loitering munitions in the tank learning lessons from Russia and Ukraine conflict. There is a case for the Zorawar to beat the 1820 T weight of the striker. A wheeled striker seems to be the apple of the eye of the forces as against a tracked Zorawar. Let us wait and see how these two fare on ground in the intended combat zone. Indian Air Force has commissioned an Indian firm to conduct major repairs on two of its Russian-made IL-76 heavy lift aircraft. This marks the first time the Indian Air Force has entrusted such extensive maintenance to a domestic entity, as major overhauls were previously handled exclusively by Russia. The two IL-76 aircraft sustained substantial damage to their undercarriage and airframe structure, necessitating an on-site repair at the Chandigarh Air Base. The selected Indian firm will assess the required repairs and obtain approval from relevant Indian authorities such as the Center for Military Airworthiness and Certification. If necessary, the firm will be permitted to transport damaged components off-site for repairs. This move to leverage domestic expertise aligns with the Air Force's broader initiative to extend the operational lifespan of its aging IL-76 fleet, which has been in service for nearly 40 years. Taneja Aerospace and Aviation secured a domestic service order worth 14.47 crores from Bharat Electronics in Hyderabad. The contract involves modifying and installing the Sarang system on 12 Kamov 31 helicopters and needs to be completed within the next 3 years by June 30th, 2027. Taneja Aerospace, a Pune-based company established in 1994 with the Indian Seamless Group, manufactures and sells parts for the aviation industry. It also provides airfield and maintenance, repair and overhaul services through a collaboration with Airworks India, allowing them to maintain commercial aircraft at their private airfield. The global news. MBDA has announced a significant contract with Germany for the production and supply of Brimstone 3 precision strike missiles, marking a milestone in European industrial cooperation and defense harmonization. The contract aims to enhance the Bundeswehr capabilities by equipping its Eurofighter combat aircraft with these advanced missiles. To facilitate this, MBDA will establish a final assembly line and a service center dedicated to Brimstone 3 at its Schrobenhausen site. This initiative represents the first production line for Brimstone missiles outside the United Kingdom, underscoring the collaborative model within MBDA that ensures the sovereign supply of critical European defense assets. Kongsberg Defence has entered into a significant contract with the Norwegian Defence Materiel Agency to spearhead the initial development phase of the cutting-edge German-Norwegian Supersonic strike missile. This next-generation missile system is anticipated to be deployed on naval vessels by 2035. The contract, valued at up to around 132 million euros, underscores the strategic importance of advanced missile technology in maintaining and enhancing defense capabilities. That's all the news for today. We hope you enjoyed the news. Please do subscribe to our channel and do give us your feedback. Thank you and have a great week ahead.